Welcome back to JPT Red Team Edition. I'm Matthew McKinley.
And I'm Micah Sarth.
We will cover the student-faculty basketball game, the solar eclipse, math competition, sports, weather, and preparation for Hartfield Conference games and baseball.
First, we'll get the Claire and Bennett at students about the student-faculty basketball game. Let's see what they have to say.
I'm here with Coach Allison, who is one of the faculty members playing in the student-faculty basketball game tomorrow. So, Coach Allison, how are you feeling playing against some of your own players?
Feeling really good. We're expecting to just go out there and completely dominate. We don't really think it'll be much of a challenge for our faculty team.
Yeah, and who do you think is going to be your main student rival out there that you're going to be competing with?
None of them. I think they're all pretty average to below average. Really looking to go against some of our seniors, like Austin Kraft, maybe Matthew Murley, some of those guys, but those basketball guys, they don't stand a chance.
Yeah, I totally agree. Good luck.
We won't need it. Thanks.
I'm here today with Austin Kraft, who will be playing this Friday at our student-faculty basketball game. Are you excited about playing this Friday?
You know, I'm pretty excited. I got a couple shots up during sports morning that I said against Coach Allison, and I think it's safe to say I made more than he did, so the students are looking pretty good. And it's Masters week, so that's also like extra energy like in my veins. So yeah,
I totally get that. So you've been practicing. Who are you seeing as like your faculty member rivalry going into this? Anyone in mind?
you know, I don't really know who else playing other than Coach Allison, but you know, I'll probably make enemies pretty fast. So there'll be a lot of talk going on.
I was thinking Mr. Yance is probably going to be one of those people that is going to be
Me and Coach
a threat.
tight though, so like.
Yeah, we're pretty tight, but he's definitely going to be a threat,
Yeah.
I have to say. So we'll watch out for
Hi,
him.
I'm here with Lucy Tyra, who is one of the girls playing in the faculty student basketball game tomorrow. So, Lucy, are you excited about the faculty student basketball game?
I'm pretty excited. It's going to be a great game. Ready to...
Have you ever played basketball before?
I actually did, and I won a dunk contest at Young Life, so...
Well, that's great. So, are you going to dunk on the faculty in the game tomorrow?
Yeah, I plan on dunking on,
Miss Knipe?
yes.
Thank
Here
you.
today with Nolan Lundberg. Nolan. So this Friday is the student-faculty basketball game. Will you be attending?
Probably not, but we'll see.
Why would you not attend this event?
I don't know when it is.
I just said it's Friday.
That's not a time.
It's at activity period.
How much does it cost?
It's $2.
I don't want to do it.
This week, Dindy, Micah, and Mary Morgan went around and talked to students about the solar eclipse. Let's hear what they have to say.
Coach Allison and Coach Latch, what do y'all know about the solar eclipse?
Well, first off, it looks pretty cool up there. Second off, I believe the Mayans were the ones that first discovered this back in the day.
Look at you. What do you know about the solar eclipse?
It's sunny and black. I can't see.
Yep.
And
Very
look,
interesting.
you can take a picture. If you put this over your phone lens, you can get a nice little pic out of it.
Okay.
Lady Matthews, and we just saw a total eclipse.
Of the high. But yeah, today the solar eclipse was really bad. I don't really like it. What do you think? I'm here, Matthew McKinley, reporting live from Jackson Prep Circle, about by the Manning Center in the senior high. Right here, I got Trey Bryant and Carson Powell. It's a very cloudy day here in Jackson, Mississippi, but tell me just what y'all know about the solar eclipse.
I know that the moon covers up the sun and it goes dark.
So basically, the moon covers the sun, and you can't see anything because it's very cloudy.
Crazy fact incoming. Go.
When the clouds cover it,
Yeah, no.
So human beings are around on this planet at the perfect time for a complete solar eclipse because like a million years ago and a million years from now, like the sun and the moon are not going to be as perfectly positioned for a total solar eclipse.
Last eclipse in 2017 went over 7 cities called Salem. But this year is going over 7 cities called Nineveh, both of which are biblical names, and they make a cross. Both the eclipse paths. So that's one fact I know about the eclipse.
All right, so these happen actually over the ocean all the time. It's just nobody really sees them. This is rare because it's over the continental United States.
If you look at the solar eclipse for 3 minutes or longer, then you're gonna go blind.
There's no difference between looking at the sun in a solar eclipse than looking at the sun on a regular day. Oh, look at it. The big yellow one is the sun.
Major and Matthew, what do y'all know about the eclipse?
Oh, the moon covers the sun and makes the sky dark.
The moon covers the sun, makes the sky dark. It's really cool to watch. I looked at it with my eyeballs and it hurt. And then I put on my fancy dancy glasses right here. And I can see it really good. But now I can't see, so let me take these off. Sorry.
Good to know.
I was actually in the broadcast class, and we got news that the solar eclipse was going on.
It would break the
So
lens of the camera also. Did you know that? It would. On this one.
Bobby told us it would break the lens.
Well, you want to see something?
Fun facts.
Cool facts about the solar eclipse is that there will not be another one until 2044, and we'll be 38 years old, so that's weird.
And there's only 15 states in the U.S. that will see a total eclipse in this year, and yep, that's kind of sad. The rest of us feel kind of
a total eclipse of the heart.
Man, that was crazy. What do you think, Brent?
Man, that was just an awesome experience.
Yeah, so the next one's in like 20 years. And so save the date.
Yep.
Yeah.
This week, Evelyn Noe will interview students involved in the Mississippi math competition held here at Prep on Tuesday. We have many students involved, and here's what they have found out.
I'm Evelyn Waterloo, and I'm here with Adriana and Brianna, and I'm going to ask them a few questions about the geometry competition that was this week. Tell me about how you prepare for this competition.
Well, I went over the notes that Miss J taught us in geometry class, and a lot of the things she taught us was on it, and it was really good.
So, what is the competition like?
Well, you go into the Manning Center, and it's a lot of tables, and you sit down, and you get like an hour to complete the test. And first off, it's like the one that gets the most questions right is considered first. And if there's a tie, then the time is considered, and the person with the faster time gets the place ahead.
So how did y'all do in the competition this week?
I did pretty well. I placed first, and Brianna got third, which is really good.
Okay, so how did you prepare?
Well, to prepare, I just looked over the notes that my teacher gave because it's really helpful because most of the questions on the test are actually covered by Miss J. So I just looked over those notes like a few weeks before the test.
Thank you.
I'm Noble Wilkinson, interviewing Miss Van Uden about the recent math competition. Miss Van Uden, can you tell me a little bit about the math competition?
Jackson Prep hosted the state Mu Alpha Theta competition this past weekend. It's a 2-day competition that involves individual tests, team ciphering, and then team events.
So how do you guys prepare? How do the math scholars prepare for these competitions?
Some of the students will take old tests, some will study formulas, some go home and study books, and then some just rely on their God-given talents.
Mm-hmm. What schools were involved in this, and like how widespread across the state is it?
We had students from as far north as Olive Branch, and then some from down on the coast.
Mm-hmm.
There were 13 schools that came.
What were some of the results? How did Prep perform?
Prep crushed the math competition. We're not so good at the fluff stuff, though. So we placed first in geometry, algebra 2, stats, and I know we placed in the top 10 in all categories.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's really awesome. Thank you.
I'm here with Anna Bush, and I'm going to ask her a few questions about the competition. How did you do in this competition?
I won my division,
which was
Algebra 2.
So how did you prepare for that, and what were the questions like?
Well, before the other math competition, we did practice problems, but this was just learning lessons and stuff that was preparing.
So how many people around were in the competition?
Well, I'm not sure. Probably like more than 20.
Was it hard?
Some of them were.
Thank you.
The varsity baseball team is playing Hartfield this week, so I asked a few baseball players about how their games have been going and how they're preparing. Let's see what they have to say. I'm here with senior number 9, Andy Brown. Andy won a big game last night versus Hartfield. Next 2 games, what are you preparing to do?
Looking for the sweep, as we did last year and the past 2 weeks. Just keeping the brooms out.
Yeah, we know you had a shoulder injury in the beginning of the season. Now you've come back. How does that feel that you've been able to come back and play a little bit your senior season?
Well, started swinging last week, so I'm just getting into things. But it feels great to be back out there.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
I'm here with junior number 27, Bodie Akins. Bodie, big win last night versus Hartfield. Hopefully you'll be able to pitch on Thursday. Just what are you doing to prepare for that?
I'm going to throw bullpens in practice and keep my arm loose.
It's a big series looking for the sweep. What are you going to try to do when you get up there on the mound?
Those strikes.
Thank you. I'm here with senior baseball player Peyton Puckett. Peyton, big game, big win last night off Reed Gaston and the Hartfield Hawks. We got them Tuesday and Thursday to end the week. What are you doing to prepare for that?
We're taking shelter right now because of the tornado, but after that passes, we will have baseball practice in the cages because the field's wet and work on some live cuts, and that's going to be our practice tomorrow.
So on Thursday and Friday, we're going to face the Stump Brothers. What is your approach for them?
Now, I'm just trying to hit it out of the ballpark at this point. I got nothing to lose for senior year, and just give the people what they want. Home runs.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hi, I'm Denny Hogan, your weather anchor. This week you can expect highs in the mid-80s and lows in the 50s. Luckily, the severe weather and thunderstorms are over. Today, the rain seems to finally be clearing up. Tomorrow, we will see some sunny skies and good weather. That's all for your weather this week. We'll be back right after this short commercial break.
At Jackson Prep, creativity is in our DNA. But for each of us to discover our artistic possibilities,
it takes help from dedicated members of the Prep family.
By joining Applause, you make creativity come to life at Jackson Prep.
with your support, I can discover my voice.
Discover my creativity.
My opportunity.
My dream. My vision.
My passion.
My moment to shine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for supporting the arts at Jackson Prep and for giving us a gift that will stay with us forever.
Join Applause this school year as the Fine Arts program at Jackson Prep leaves a lifelong impression on students' hearts and minds. We would love to grow this legacy with your support and dedication. Join Applause today.
Hi, I'm Mary Lampton, and this is what happened in sports this week. Most of our sports for the year are coming to an end, but baseball has just begun. Tuesday night, varsity baseball took on the Hartfield Academy Hawks, looking to defend their record. Prep started off strong and managed to keep the lead the entire game. In the top of the fourth inning, with 2 outs, Connor Griffin saw the opportunity and picked off the runner at second. In the bottom of the fourth inning, Matthew McKinley had an impressive single and later came around to score. Prep closes out the game with a shutout score of 9-0, putting another win on Prep's record. Baseball will play Hartfield again today at 6:30 at Prep and tomorrow at Hartfield at 6. That's all for sports this week, and we will be back after this commercial.
Here at Jackson Prep, we strive for excellence and greatness. We take pride in our athletes, our program's histories, our facilities, our state championships, and our all sports awards. The Booster Club allows our athletes great benefits. With the Booster Club, we are able to remodel facilities such as the new locker room under the stand or the new women's weight room. We would like you to join the Booster Club today at jacksonprep.org.
Austin and Ava talked to weather tracer Walter George about the tornado that came through Tuesday night in the Jackson metro area. Let's see what he had to say.
I'm Austin Kraft, and it is Wednesday morning, and as you all know, last night a big tornado came through and it stormed, and Prep student Walter George kind of got caught in the middle of it in his car, so we're going to hear what he has to say about his storm chasing last night. Here was Walter George, who was storm chasing last night as the tornado sirens were going off, and everybody was in their tornado shelters. Walter was out on the streets trying to get a first-hand view of what was going on. So, Walter, tell me about your night.
Well, so last night, I didn't even know the storm was coming, so
I had a couple buddies and we were play golf, and then we went to the gym, and we worked on the gym. And this old dude this father came up to us and was like, "I'm gonna play dad here for a moment. I don't mean to scare y'all, but there's a really big storm coming, and y'all probably need to head home now." And that was my first hearing of it. And so I told Gator to come because we were going to steam room sauna. So he pulled up, and we like immediately left. And so I felt kind of bad because he get to steam room sauna. He drove out there for no reason. So then I was driving back, and I was with Banks. I was driving Banks Hewitt home, and so we were driving home, and he asked me I was dropping him off, and his mom kept calling him and was like, "It's really bad. Like, y'all need to get home fast. Like, we're going as fast as possible." And then she said, "If you can hear a train whistle, that means there's a tornado like very near." And so we're on the windows, stopped for a second. Sure enough, heard a train whistle. So we're like, "Oh my gosh, we actually need to hurry." So we drove on home as fast as possible. And then when I got to Banks' house, they were like, "You should probably come in for a minute because I don't want to get tornadoed, you know." Decision ever made. I went inside. I had a couple of sliders. They were very yummy. We chilled out for a minute, and then in the midst of the storm, we were like in the purple on the forecast thing. My dad calls me he's like, "Walter, I think it's good. You can head on home now. I think you're safe." And I look out the window. There's hail falling on the ground. I'm like, "Dad, I think I'm gonna stay here for a couple more minutes." And so then 15 minutes or so pass, and I'm like, "All right, I think it's ready to go home." So I drive home. I go down, so I turn off of Meadowbrook, because Banks' house off of Meadowbrook. I turn off of Meadowbrook onto Ridgewood, yes. And then I take a right onto Northside, which is my house, and I'm driving, and there's like branches everywhere, and I'm like, "Dang, this is crazy. This is worse than I thought." And so then I drive, and I see a tree to my in the middle of my road, so I have to turn around, and there's a fire truck, so I turn around, drive over to Sheffield to try to get down Sheffield, and it's flooded. There's this car, like it's waist deep water, and there's this car, and they're pushing it out of the water. I really wanted to help, I'll be honest. I really did. I did not help, but I wanted to. I drive back because there's one more option. I got Brecken, and I'm like, all right, Brecken's definitely got it. So I drive down Brecken, and there's branches, and then there's a branch, and then there's a tiny tree, and I turn around, go back to Banks' house, and we watch a movie and go to bed. But then this morning, I had to get to school, and I mean, as you can see, I'm not wearing prep attire because I couldn't get home last night. And so this morning, I drove down to the bottom of my street, and I watched my brother and sister walk a quarter mile down to my car in the pouring rain, and wow, it was a great time. Well, it wasn't from them, but I was dry in my comfortable clothes. Yep, that's about all I got to say.
Thank you, Walter, and thank you for venturing out and giving us a firsthand picture of the storm.
Of course.
As you can see here, have a little flash flooding going on at Jackson Prep.
And that's it for JPT Red Team Edition. We'll see you next time. Go Prep.